All right, number 12, and one that I'm gonna spend quite a bit of time with. So yeah, just be ready. And this is where like the really hardcore, like truth bombs come in. Okay. And guys, just like I said, if you're easily triggered and if you can't handle the truth, just click out of the video. All right. So number 12. All right, and one that I see that's very common. Okay, but in different variations, and there's different categories of this type of girl, and that is the train wreck. Okay, the girl that's a train wreck is one that, I mean, she is irresponsible. She is, just overall just somebody that like not good for the long term. All right, she's got a bunch of kids from different dudes, or she's look guys, I know a lot of you guys are gonna get mad, and I know this is not politically correct to say, but you need to be really careful when it comes to dating single mothers. Okay, there's a lot of things that go into dating single moms. Now, I'm not saying that all single moms are like this, so please don't get your panties in a twist, but definitely there's a lot of patterns that I see many, not all, but many single mothers follow. Okay, many of them are not that responsible. Okay, they don't always make the best choices. They're not always, their judgment skills are not always there. Okay, a lot of times you see that they're going from guy to guy that like treats them like shit, and then they got kids in tow also, and it's like their kids are witnessing that, and that's not a good thing. Okay, if you see a girl that she's always, she's got all these issues, she's got debt, she's got substance abuse issues, she's got depressive issues, she's a single mother, any one of these, and you think, okay, maybe I should save her. Guys, do not do that. Do not be the white knight. Don't be the Captain Save-A-Ho or any of that crap. Okay? Listen, guys, she can only help herself. Do not try to help her. Do not try to, do not put yourself in a compromising position to help her. Okay? And I know this sounds mean, and I know this goes against a lot of what we've been taught like throughout life, but guys, do not put yourself out there like this, okay? Usually when I see this happen, the guy ends up getting screwed over, right? The girl ends up, going to somebody else, or, just whatever, okay? Just be smart about this, guys. Girls that have like daddy issues and depressive issues and substance abuse and I mean, I can go on all day about this particular one, but guys, bottom line is, you shouldn't be trying to save anybody. Okay, she should be a complement to your life, not the focus. Girls who like have this issue, it's just not a good idea, guys. Okay, you want to be with somebody that's gonna complement your life, somebody that's gonna like move with you and help you move up, and somebody that's gonna like, you build each other up. Not somebody that's gonna be weighing you down, not somebody that you always gotta be bailing out of trouble, not somebody that you always gotta watch over like she's a child, not somebody that, you gotta look after her and her, like a bunch of kids from different men, which if you see that, like, guys, just run for the hills. This is not worth it. If she was sexually irresponsible before, yeah, I mean, I just don't think it's a good idea. If she's somebody that she's had several kids from different dudes and collecting child support, or she's thinking, oh, all these guys are deadbeats. Well, who let her, who spread her legs? Okay, I mean, look, I'm sorry, I know it's not politically correct, but that's just what the reality is. Okay, and unfortunately the problem is our society has said that you should never judge, you should never question, and blah 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 blah. But guys, being with the wrong girl, like I said, can have a huge detrimental impact on like everything. Just your mental health, your physical health, your finances, everything. Okay? And a lot of times I've seen guys get with the wrong girls and end up royally screwed afterwards. And really the writing was on the wall. I told him, like, look, dude, she was not good for you at all. She had all the red flags, and you decided to go and wife her up anyway. And what did you think was going to happen? So guys, just be smart about this, okay? I know, like I said, I know we fetishized it, and like, oh my god, the girl with daddy issues and blah blah, like, oh, it's so hot. it's only hot because usually those girls are the craziest in bed, you know, but once you get past that and you see who she is in reality, and you're like, oh my god, this is like, nah, this is way too much baggage to deal with. But you know, it's already too late by this point. You're already invested with her. Maybe you had a kid with her or whatever. It's not worth it, guys. It's really not worth it. You know, like I've had a lot of friends that because they dated these types of women and had kids with them, and you know now they got to pay child support and alimony and all this other bullshit. And you know, I just think that if they would have known what they were getting themselves into, you know, they wouldn't have this problem. So guys, just be really careful with what you're doing. Okay, being with the wrong woman can really backfire, like big time. All right, and same thing for them. All right, I'm not just trying to bash on women, but same thing for women. If a woman gets with a guy that she shouldn't get with, you know, it can really mess her up. So yeah, guys, just don't deal with this. All right, train wrecks, avoid them. You do not need to save anybody. You do not need to put yourself out there. All right, especially if all the problems that are associated with her, of her and her bad decisions, let her deal with it. Let her, you know, figure it out. You don't need to be doing it for her. Okay, not the right thing. You know, girls that you know have like all the low self-esteem and daddy issues, and you know she's got like an OnlyFans page because she needs to get money because she's terrible with money or she needs validation. This is only gonna drag you down. It's only gonna like make you want to put a bullet in your skull after a certain while. So, guys, I know this particular section was kind of long, but yeah, just train wrecks, avoid them. That's it. Done. All right, 13. One that I think is very important, and again, one that you see that's a lot more common nowadays. All right. You know, especially in the Western world, you know, right now I'm in Australia, and this is one that I kind of noticed quite a bit. I noticed some girls are actually really trying hard to not fall into this category, but a lot of them that I see, I mean, a lot of women that I met, they're, you know, like Aussie or Canadian or American, a lot of them fall into this category, and that is the feminist. So I'm not trying to say about like old school feminism, which was, you know, really like a good thing. I'm talking like today's version of feminism, which is like, you know, smash the patriarchy and everything that's associated with like everything wrong is because men did and blah blah blah, and you know she's just a man hater. Gents, the problem with and you know the thing is they're not always obvious. They're not always the type that, you know, are the pink-haired, fat, tattoos and piercings and, you know, and like have a million cats everywhere. No. Sometimes these girls are, you know, normal, like very feminine, whatever, but pay attention to what they say. And pay attention to what they do, which is something that you really have to watch out for. And the thing is, guys, girls who are feminists, they will always have an oppressed mindset. They always have the whole thing of like, she cannot succeed because a man is putting her down. You know, the patriarchy and all of this other stuff. Okay, and you can look at more videos about that. But the problem is, guys, someone with an oppressed mindset will always have an oppressor. Okay, so when they have nothing else to complain about on the exterior, well, who's the one that they see every day? You. And you know, since you're the guy, you're the one with the penis, she's always gonna look at you as the oppressor. She's gonna make some excuse about, you know, why you're an oppressor and blah blah blah. Bottom line is she just won't ever respect you. And one of the many things that's very important in a relationship is respect. And if she doesn't, you know, if she doesn't respect you as a man, she doesn't respect you as a leader, she doesn't respect you as a person, you're just going to be miserable sooner or later. You know, women that are feminists, just in my opinion, you know, they're just always a nightmare, really. You know, they always have something to complain about. They're always complaining about the patriarchy and all this other stuff. They don't take ownership for their lives. A lot of the stuff that they talk about with the wage gap and all this stuff, that's all been debunked, by the way. You know, it's been debunked a million times, especially now with the age of Me Too. A lot of them, you know, basically say they don't care about false allegations as long as they smash the patriarchy and all this other stuff. And to me, that's terrible. Because, you know, although I support the fundamental message of the Me Too movement, which is to hold these people accountable, you know, when you don't care about the collateral damage just to smash a patriarchy, that's something I can't get behind. So be very careful with feminists. A lot of women are starting to swallow the feminist pill, especially when they go to colleges and universities and things like that, because that's what you see. That's a lot of times what you hear about in academia. Like that's, you know, that indoctrinates them into that kind of mentality. And yeah, eventually, guys, I mean, she's never gonna respect you. She's never gonna look at you as a leader. And women want a leader. That's the thing. Regardless of what they say, regardless of what women say about, like, no, we want to be equal and all that stuff. Women like a guy that's an alpha male. Women like a guy that they can look up to as a leader. All right, I don't care what people say. That's just the reality. And you know, if she's the type that she's always trying to smash that, and she's trying to like put you down, definitely not something that you should ever put up with. Okay, you know, especially if you want something that's going to last long, something that's going to be meaningful, something that is going to bring some kind of meaning to your life. Definitely avoid these. They're just another nightmare that you just don't want to deal with. All right, guys, finally, the last one, okay? And I'm sorry the video is a little long, or the series of videos, I'm sorry, but yeah, I think these are things I need to be talking about. So, the last one, incompatible views. Guys, I mean, I don't know how much more clear I can make this one. The thing is, guys, you know, when if you're in college or young, whatever, you don't think about these things. You're like, whatever. I mean, she believes this, I believe that. Big deal, you know, whatever. We're just fooling around. All right, cool. If you're just fooling around, just know where it ends. But if you want to get into a more serious relationship with somebody, especially if you want to get married, you need to have compatible views. I'm not saying you're going to agree on everything, but you know, if you're a more old school kind of guy, or you're more conservative, and she's a hardcore, you know, liberal feminist, it won't work. Okay, I'm just telling you, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a huge problem with you guys. If if one of you guys likes to drink all the time, and the other person's like like sober as a judge, and believes like drugs and alcohol are bad. Yeah, it's not a good thing. If one of you guys believes in monogamy and the other person doesn't, also a very bad idea. Don't deal with that. Guys, if you have incompatible views, doesn't matter how much you may love each other, doesn't matter how great you'd be with one another, like, you know, in the short term. I've met a lot of girls that I really liked, and, you know, we got along well, but, you know, we had very incompatible views, and I knew deep down, I'm like, this will never work. It's just the reality. Eventually, those things that you brushed off and you're like, not a big deal, those things are going to come back and bite you. And if you're already married and if you have kids, it's only going to get worse. I mean, it's just, you know, you're screwed by that point. I already told you, the legal system is not your friend by this point. So, guys, just be really careful when it comes to these things, because if you're with somebody that does not share a lot of your values, a lot of your, you know, with the way you want to raise children, how you think about life, whatever, eventually this is going to turn into a humongous problem, and, you know, you need to end it before it's too late. You know, she may be a great girl, but it doesn't mean you're great together. Okay, guys, just hear me out on this. Just because she's a great girl doesn't mean she's great for you. Be with somebody that actually sees more eye to eye with you. All right, be reasonable, but, you know, if there's some things that you know for a fact, like, they're very important to you, and she does not fit this category, she doesn't agree with you on this, or she's at the very least not willing to compromise a bit, definitely somebody that you should not be with, okay? Alright, guys, so that is it. Like I said, I apologize for the video being kind of long, but like I said, these are things that need to be said. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe if you want to. Hit me with one of these, and I'll see you next time.